Caldwell Banker. Is that how it's
Do
pronounced?
you have the Roy stuff?
No,
written down or no?
I just have my reads that Molly.
All right, we'll get you
updated.
that next. Okay, let's start. Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, episode 36, bonus episode 36, and we are doing another crossover special with Utterly Insane with Mark and Joe. Welcome back, guys.
Hi, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
how's it
By
going?
the way, is special anything like a
Special.
festival?
It'll work. We're all having fun here. So
we are coming to you from the Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studios here in beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
if you are looking to buy or sell a home or are interested in a career in real estate, email Roy at cbhsr.com or call him 414-235-0736. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs.
What were those numbers?
You want those numbers again?
Yeah.
His phone number?
No, the web address you just gave all in letters. I was writing it down, I didn't
You are so full of shit.
I'm going to
Buzz.
guess it was CBR.
Roy at
HR?
cbhsr.com or call 414-235-0736. You needed that again? All right, thanks.
have. What I did that for me.
All right. Now Roy owes you one. All right. And check out our Amazon link on our website. Go there. I'll give you more details later. Or you can check out Audible. You can also just donate. We have a donate button on there.
That's Patreon?
No, we just have a straight up donate
Oh,
button on
okay.
our webpage.
All right.
Give money to our PayPal.
Well,
account.
we are recording video of this now because we've been talking about putting the video of the bonus episodes up on Patreon for people who give even just like $1 a month or something.
Yep, just a buck
Throw
a month.
some video bonus footage
You
at them.
tip your bartender for unscrewing a beer bottle. Why not tip us? We give you hours of entertainment.
Sounds good.
So, and if you don't
So what can we
want
put you down for, Mark?
Well, if you're paying me, that work just
all right,
fine.
I will give you $1 a
He's gonna
month.
say,
You put
you
down
scratch
5.
my back, I'll scratch yours.
All right. And if you don't want to do that, just go to both of our pages, Off the Rails or Utterly Insane. Click, share, like. That's a free way to help us
Subscribe.
out. Subscribe. All right.
You said tip your bartender. I'm from the class where the bartender used to feed us.
Oh yeah, Faz was bitching about that the other day.
Tip your bartender, my ass.
So you want some food? Is that what this is?
They used to give us hot dogs, eggs, you name it.
Eggs. When are you going to the bar?
Hard-boiled eggs, man.
Oh, hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-
The
Hard-boiled
nasty
pickled
pickled
eggs.
eggs, yeah.
Pickled
That
eggs.
too.
I like pickled eggs. I think.
Oh, well,
Ever-
Foz, you
you
make
ever-
us a jar of
The
pickled
guy
eggs.
Bring me a beer.
Foz, you ever go to a bar
Give me
where you
$2.
got pickled pig feet?
I'll go get my own beer.
You ever?
Did I what?
Ever go to a bar where they had pickled pig feet?
Yeah, but I wouldn't go near them.
You never had a pickled pig feet?
No, never.
Oh, those
ever.
things were
No.
good, man. I used to eat those when I was a
I've
kid.
seen pigs walking. I know what they walk in, man.
They
Yeah,
clean
but see, they
them.
wash them.
Yeah, that's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Where do you think that flavor
Well,
comes
then
from?
the flavor must be there.
Yeah, Foz is the guy who's not tipping the bartender. Which pig foot do you think he's getting?
Got it.
The clean one, or the one that just came in off
Hang
the
on a
truck?
second. You want a pig foot? I gotta go out back and get one
Get
for
one
you.
right off the pig. It's
Special
still,
one for you.
still bleeding.
They say they're better.
They're better that way? All right, so we teased it in the regular episode. Let's get into the moon landing. Were they faked? All 6 of them? Or was it real?
Real.
We'll go around the room.
Oh, I believe we've been to the moon.
Okay. Uh-oh.
This is
No.
where it
Yeah,
gets
it's-
tricky.
Well, it's hard. I think the first one might have been faked,
Okay.
you know, because of the flag actually
Waving and
Yeah.
stuff?
waving. It just doesn't make sense.
And they've said the shadow too.
All right. Faz?
I really don't care.
Come on. Come on.
Buzz.
What do you think? Real or fake?
Why would they fake it? Come on.
To beat the Russians.
Yeah,
They
there
were
was a
in
race.
cahoots with the U.S.
The
The
U.S.
Russians?
They
The
were-
Russians were in cahoots.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's what all this build a
Here we
bomb
go.
shelter shit was about.
Why did they want... What,
So you think
have,
they were
like-
using fear to control the population, or what?
Exactly. They're still doing it. What do you see on the news? Everything's going to end. The world's coming to an end. Somebody put a baby in a microwave. You No, it's goofy shit.
How long would you press for a baby in the
Is there a button for that? Baby,
Popcorn,
start.
Quickman, baby.
I don't know. I've seen reports of people drying their cats off in the microwave.
Ooh.
Oh,
Really?
man.
To be fair, though, I've thought about putting my cat in the microwave.
My dad tried drying his underwear in the microwave once, and they lit on fire. And then my mom woke up to find just burnt
To find
underwear
her
in the
naked husband
dishwater.
standing in front of the
Naked
microwave.
husband,
he
her
went-
microwave's destroyed, and he's trying to put on
He went
fire
to
underwear.
work. She woke up to burnt underwear in the dishwater.
He didn't even clean it up. He put them in the dishwasher then?
No, dishwater.
Oh!
Dishwater.
Well, these are on fire. They gotta go in the.
There's water in this place.
I gotta destroy everything in the kitchen.
Yeah, that was when they just got married.
Oh, Molly's back. She got her mic working now, so welcome back, Mal.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of people say the moon landing was faked. But I have a website here that says it's real. How do we know? A lot of them talk about this thing called the Von Allen belts would have fried the astronauts.
Van Allen belt is the radiation belt
Yes.
that's
All right.
between us and the moon.
I think I've been told that we can survive short amounts of radiation without any real problems. It's when we're living with it that it causes death.
All right. Radiation sickness occurs when you have been exposed to around 200 to 1,000 rads of radiation for within a few hours. I guess that-
Radical.
Rad, that'd be rad. Apollo 11 crew were within the belts for less than 2 hours during their journey to the moon, and so would have only been exposed to an estimated 18 rads, well within the safe limit. Got it covered.
Well, the thing is though, that's not just a one-way trip. That was a round trip. They would
Yeah.
have went through that belt twice.
So 36 rads, but 200 is safe.
Well, that's what they claim.
That's what they're claiming. I guess you're right there. They are claiming that. So, why did the flag flap on the moon? Here we go. Another giveaway that the landing was fake comes from the footage of the American flag. Buzz Aldrin on the moon. Photos from the video, it appears flapping in the wind. The truth is that the flag isn't flapping. If you look closely at the GIF, the flag is in the same positions between two frames as the astronauts move. There's another horizontal rod projecting from the post. I guess they're saying optical illusion here, but then this other part says that it also appears to wave back and forth. This is because the astronauts were planting the flag. They rotate it back and forth to dig in to the lunar soil, which of course made the flag ripple as it swung.
But then it wouldn't have been sticking straight out, would it have?
It's
Or
got a
they've
rod
got
at
a,
the
okay,
top.
okay.
It's got a
gotcha.
rod at the top.
Now, if you take
Gotcha.
anything that like that, and you take, say, you take one of your banners here, and we put it on a
Flimsy telescoping
ver-
pole.
Yeah.
put it on a vertical pole with a horizontal rod going across, and it's attached to that rod and attached to that pole.
On two sides.
But this one corner down here is loose, and you have no wind blowing in the complex or anything. And you take it and you start moving it like this, like you're going to plant it in the ground.
Yeah.
That flag is going to stay still on the top and on the pole, but that corner area, it's going to flap. It's going to move
And when,
because you're giving it motion. You're
Yeah,
giving it
that's
the
what they're
kinetic
saying.
motion that it
Mhm.
needs, the energy that it needs to be moving. Now, once it's done moving, you know, no atmosphere, no gravity, well, very little gravity on the moon, but no atmosphere. At that point, it may move a little until it comes to a complete stop because it's wasting what's left of the kinetic energy that you've already put into it by moving
so it would
around.
flap longer on the moon than it would on Earth.
Mhm.
Yeah. So another thing that they're going to
Well,
debunk. Oh,
on the
go
on the
ahead.
moon itself, you know, if you want to play golf, you better have one hell of a big golf course because
Yeah.
of the thing.
Yeah, did one of the astronauts smuggle the head of a golf club up there?
I'm not sure,
I thought I watched a.
but yeah, I mean here here on Earth, you go golfing and
I miniature golf.
you hit that golf ball, you can maybe drive it 300 yards. You do the same thing on the moon, you're going to drive it like 3,000 yards because gravity up there is way less than
Sweet.
here.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
golf ball might not land till the next day.
Oh, you could put it into orbit.
Uh-huh. Actually, it is possible. You could possibly put it in orbit.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't think the moon landing was faked. I would almost be more proud of America if we did fake it, because that would be so impressive of being able to convince the Russians so soundly that we defeated them without actually defeating them.
True. But one of the
Showing your
reasons,
bluff in poker.
Yes, it's winning your poker hand when you've got nothing in your hand.
one
got
of the
pocket
reasons
twos.
though that we strive so much to get the first man to the moon is because of the fact that Russia was the first ones to put a satellite in orbit, which was Sputnik.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, and because of the fact that the Cold War was happening and everything, people were more determined at that point to show that we are the better country, that we are the
Superior.
better people. But yeah, you know, I honestly I don't think it was faked.
Okay.
I believe it's true.
He's a conspiracy guy, I'm a conspiracy guy, and we both think they landed.
Okay. Well, why can't we see stars
End of
in the moon
discussion.
landing?
Yeah, that's the photography. The photography wasn't picking it up because there's no atmosphere. The light is intense, and the light bounces off of the
moon.
white astronauts or whatever, and it just washes out the sky. The camera has to change its shutter speed or whatever, or its exposure rate, and you just lose all the star details.
There you go. Coming right from mine.
Wow.
My deal is, how do you know it's not supposed to look that way? We're the only guys been there.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
don't not
Just
know.
me.
Yeah.
Mark, you're killing me.
Sorry, Molly. I'm freehanding it again.
Yeah.
You want me to hold that, man?
Sure.
I can handle that job. Well, looks like you got a good grip on it.
do death grip.
There you go.
But then this way I can't look at the people.
Okay, so they're talking
You don't
about
wanna
the
make eye contact anyway.
the funny looking shadows. Why are shadows pointed in different directions? They're
It's
saying
that radiation belt.
a lot of people
causing
say
that.
different studio lights. Which are studio lights we got hanging out today?
You guys like Mythbusters?
Yes, I used
Do you
to
see
watch
the
I used to
Mythbuster
watch
episodes on
that.
the moon landing where they tested it?
that was a long
I didn't see
time
that
ago.
one.
So they built this like moonscape, and they built it with like latex, whatever, so they could pull on it and change the topography without disturbing the sand. And they played with it enough where they were able to get the shadows to behave the exact same way.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Uneven surfaces cause all that.
Yeah, just really wacky optical illusions.
The rock labeled with a C. I don't know if you guys can see this picture.
Yeah, allegedly it's got a C on it.
It's got a C on it, the same as rock. Movie props are often numbered and lettered so that the stagehands know where to place them. The theory is that the rock in the photograph is a prop and someone must have accidentally faced it the wrong way. But in fact, the image of the rock is taken from a much larger shot of the moon's surface. And if you look at the original image shown below, boom, here it is. There's no C.
It was a shadow.
No,
Um,
it was a Photoshop.
the marking isn't there. Either a
Yeah,
small
that's
hair or piece of thread must have gotten caught in the machine while it was being copied. Small hair
Oh,
or
so
thread.
it's just some
That
goofy
or
artifact.
Photoshopped. But of course, back then you couldn't Photoshop them. Now you can.
All right. There's modern proof, and I thought this was going to go a lot longer than it did. So I thought we would have opposing viewpoints here.
Nope.
We can stretch.
Nope, we
this,
all went to the
buddy.
moon, and we all know Elvis is dead.
All right. Well,
Nothing?
nothing.
I was told that you feel strongly about Elvis.
Well,
Well, you want to know why we haven't been back to the moon?
it
No
just,
chicks there?
That's
No,
why
we
took a
haven't
car.
been. We haven't been back to the moon because we were kicked off the moon.
Uh-oh, Foz.
What?
Listen to this.
We were kicked off the moon. We were
I
told
believe
never
that.
to come back.
I believe that. I honestly
And
do.
if you look for some of the interviews with some of the astronauts, and there are reports that there is audio from the moon to NASA that was not released to the public during the broadcast. That one of the astronauts, I can't remember if it was Neil Armstrong or
Buzz Aldrin
Ald-
doesn't say anything like that, right?
but that
He
that-
punches people.
that but that they the communication allegedly is that they're communicating with NASA saying they're watching us, they're on the rim
I've
of the
actually heard
crater
that.
watching us.
They got some ham operator actually picked that up. wasn't blocked out from them, and they actually have the
Mhm.
recording of that coming through.
Yeah, and the recording supposedly is in NASA's archives as well, but it is still considered secret.
Right.
And so we invaded basically on their perspective, if you want to go as far as on the alien perspective, we invaded their area that they
Right.
claimed as their area.
Yeah.
Even though the moon is our satellite and belongs to the Earth, we invaded them by
Maybe the
going
Earth
there.
is their moon.
Mind blown.
Yep.
Uh,
So the Moonanites
But-
kicked us the hell out of there.
But the thing is, though, that is the moon. You know, they have their base there. That is a base of operations for them.
if you really want to
That's
see
one of the
something,
theories.
the three that you're talking about that were up there came down, landed. You look at the footage of them guys being interviewed. When they're talking, it's not hooray, hooray, we were just on the moon, we're the first guys, but not like that.
Mm-mm.
These guys are about to cry.
Yeah, no,
Look
they
at the
they,
footage
they
of
were
them guys.
afraid. They
This
were
does
scared
not look like people
because
that
that
just
was
landed on the
something.
moon,
That's
man.
something that I mean,
They
you
look
know,
like,
even
God,
today-
we got a secret, we were told not to tell nobody.
right? Even today, with the way that Hollywood has tried to jade us on the fact that aliens exist and everything else, even today, if a person like me or you or any of us in this room was confronted with a true alien being, we'd probably freak. We'd probably not know what to do.
I've actually thought of that, what I would do if I actually run across an alien or something like that. Hopefully, I would go, dude, you need a hand?
No, personally,
No,
personally,
I wanna shoot 'em.
that's what I think in my head.
I
Personally, is
hope
that
I would
if
handle it that way.
if something like that happened, I would actually approach them. I would want to know what they are,
Right.
why they're here, what interest they have in us. Are we a product of them from the past? How is it, man all of a sudden just appeared on this planet and
Oh, there's thousands of
the
questions for it.
the Homo sapien race
Okay.
had appeared on this planet.
Mark,
and
I'm going to
went.
need you here for a second. Pause the microphone. We're going to
Sorry.
do. I got the actual dialogue.
Oh, I get to read.
Yes, you get to read. Do you want to be Apollo 11 or NASA?
I'll be NASA.
Whatever keeps the butt crack
Okay.
out of here.
I don't.
I'm getting excited.
Oh, that's
Hey,
in the video too.
Dude,
Okay.
crack kills, man.
All right. The stream reports. This is between Armstrong and Aldrin witnessing extraterrestrial spacecraft and structures once they exited their lunar module Eagle. The transcript is as follows. Those are giant things. No. This is not an optical illusion. No one is going to believe this.
What? What the hell is happening? What's wrong with you?
They're here, under the surface.
What's there? A mission interrupted.
Awful
Interference
noise.
control calling Apollo 11.
Wait, where?
I just finished that.
Okay. We saw some visitors. They were here for a while, observing the instruments.
Repeat your last information.
I say that they were that there were other spaceships. They're lined up in the other side or on the other side of the crater. Let us sound this orbita in 62525. Automatic relay connected. My hands are shaking so badly I can't do anything. Film it. God, if these damn cameras have picked up anything, what then?
Have you picked up anything?
I didn't have any film at hand. 3 shots of the saucers or whatever. They were there. That they were ruining the film. They were-
Control,
what?
control
Okay.
here. Are you on your way? What's the uproar with this UFOs? Over.
They've landed there. There they are, and they're watching us.
The mirrors? The mirrors? Have you set them up?
Yes, they're in the right place. But whoever made those spaceships surely can come tomorrow and remove them over and out.
What's the
Where
source for
where
this?
is yeah? What's the source for that?
Yeah, what is your
I've
source
never
for that?
heard, but I've actually heard the recording the ham operator got, where
Okay.
it said part of that's in the ham operator's thing.
Sorry, guys, my mic got a little loose there.
I didn't hear all that before, though.
No?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll try to find the source, but what do you guys think of that? This is by Gia Staff, July 19,
I'm telling you,
2017.
look at the guys after they land and come down and they're
Yeah, the
interviewed.
interviews of
Armstrong
of
and
the Apollo 11 crew, because they
these are
have
not
looks
guys that
on their
just landed on
faces
the
like,
moon.
we know something we can't tell you.
So is the theory
they
that
wanna
they
tell
knew
us.
this was there, or that this was news to them? Because that
One
the
of-
dialogue made it sound like it was news to them.
Yeah. One of the things, one of the theories that is out there said that our government
No,
had an idea.
Wow.
Because if you think about it, okay,
They sent some-
Roswell
some
happened
stuff around.
in
47.
in the 40. Roswell happened in 47, and then there wasn't just one saucer that crashed in Roswell. If you really start looking into it, there were 3. And those saucers didn't crash because they got struck by lightning or because there was a mechanical error on the saucer itself. Our government took them down. Our government has technology.
America.
No, seriously, our government has technology that will take those saucers down.
see, that's one
Have you ever
those
heard
theories that I got.
of Dr. David Greer?
No.
That
Gotta
sounds
look him up.
familiar.
Got to look him up and check him out. If you're into conspiracy, into especially UFO conspiracy, he is one to check out. He's got a lot of series on YouTube that I've been watching and stuff, and him and another, he was an emergency room doctor, and he's retired now. He is a ufologist, and one of the things that he talks about in some of his the speakings that he has on YouTube and stuff is that our government knew about them. Our government knew they were there. They didn't tell the astronauts, but they knew they were there, and they wanted to get proof that they were there.
Okay.
And that we have been developing technology based on Tesla, and that's how we took those ships down in
Like
47.
the death ray?
Yeah, Tesla's wacky technology.
Yeah.
You know, how many crashes around the world happen? These guys travel 1 billion miles and come here and they blow a tire?
Yeah,
They were drunk
exactly.
driving.
It's like they're giving us this shit to look at.
Exactly.
That's my
That's
theory.
kind of.
How can you travel that far and then I'm out of gas? You know, I don't get
So-
it, but they're crashing all over the place.
But if you think about it, see, why would you travel to a distant planet just to cause a ruckus or to start a war, or to get into a conflict? You're not doing that. You're going to a different planet in order to explore that planet. You're explorers.
Maybe they're on the run and they're going somewhere where no one's gonna go looking for them.
I don't believe that.
All right.
Maybe
like-
they're looking at like us, like we're food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could be. They
They
could
want
be.
our
I mean,
resources.
we could
They
be.
see a planet full of dupes.
But the thing is, they came to our planet, and we're the hostile species. We're the ones that love war. We're the ones that have that primal instinct to go and take and kill anything that we don't understand. So when you have that up against them, but their technology is far enough advanced to take us out, they have they have an extreme patience with us for not taking us out, for taking down their saucers like that and capture them.
Okay. Well, part of me wonders, okay, imagine it's their spaceship. How much actual technology is on it? Because how much technology is on an airplane, or even the Saturn V rockets that would be of use to the island people of the Pacific who have no technology whatsoever?
Mhm.
So,
Where do you think these came from?
yeah, but without the satellites and everything, none of that stuff
Where do
will
you
work.
think those came from?
What's that, Foss?
Where's that store? He said, where did them come from? I said, that store. Where
Apple.
The technology that we have.
Are you referring to
in
the
our set-
microprocessor?
in
How
our-
it popped on the field right after, shortly after Roswell.
Shortly after Roswell, how fast did our technology grow?
Exponentially.
Just look at it this way.
And it's still going
For
pretty
10,000
fast.
years,
Yeah.
we had the wheel. In the last 200, we're interplanetary travelers now.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
for
travel.
10,000 years,
We
we
have
developed the
the
wheel.
technology. We have the ability
We can
to
rebuild them.
actually travel to Mars. We have rovers on Mars. these rovers, and that's another thing too. I know we were supposed to be talking about the moon, but this
Hey,
This
this,
is more interesting.
It's off
this
the
just
rails,
goes
man.
to
You go.
completely into similar topics because the rovers that we have on Mars weren't even supposed to be active up until now. They were supposed to be active for approximately 1 to 2 years.
I thought it was 3
They have
months.
been there for
Yeah,
what, 10
3
years now?
Yeah,
I thought it was 3
Quite a
months.
while.
it was a short time.
And
yeah.
they are still active, still roaming that planet, still taking pictures.
I heard that they were
still
cleaned
sending
off
stuff.
too, the solar panels.
There are the solar panels on the one rover looks as if someone had literally walked up there and wiped
Right
all the
through
dust
car
off of
wash.
it.
Yeah.
It went from being covered in dirt, amazingly, in the next shot, somebody put it through the car wash.
And one of my theories on that, we're
Somebody's
already
up
on
there.
Mars.
Somebody's up there
Yeah.
washing it.
Yeah.
They got some Martian janitor up there.
No, they're humans.
They're
a
humans.
human base on Mars.
We have a human base on Mars.
And now they-
That is one of my theories, one of my beliefs in that.
They're slowly coming out with now that we found the
Another one
elemental
that you can
components.
possibly,
Yeah.
I'm
what's
sorry,
that?
another one you could possibly look up is Solar Warden.
Solar what?
Warden.
like a police, like a prison warden.
No, Solar Warden.
Like
Ward-
someone's up there just to take care of them.
Spell word.
Yeah, spell warden. WARDEN.
W-A-R-D-E-N.
Yes, like a prison warden.
Like a
Yes,
prison
okay.
warden.
Sorry.
That's okay.
He's not an Englishman.
So that
And I apologize for stepping on you, Tom.
I step on him all the time.
No,
So-
was
we're good.
Not,
so
Okay,
from a
This is the
warden.
bonus episode.
from a
We're
movie
going off the-
aspect, one thing that drives me nuts in movies is they never flesh out the motivation of aliens. What do you actually think the motivation of the moon people or the aliens, your Star Wardens, is?
no. Solar Wardens is
Solar
us.
Warden. We're the Solar Wardens.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the code name for our space fleet. Our interstellar
We're not
traveling
the
space
police
fleet.
station for the world, we're the police station for the galaxy.
Keeping the peace
But-
on Mars.
But that's the problem. We are a warring species.
Yeah.
We would rather kill than talk. That's
Like-
how our species was
But I wanted their stuff.
in the beginning.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's pretty much it. That's
It's
pretty
still
much
that
it.
way
Make
though.
me king,
Look what's
Yes,
going on.
It would be different.
So it's their fault, really.
So
It's their fault. We go back to they again.
there you go. Huffington Post, the secret space program. That all started back in the 80s with
Reagan.
and
Star Wars.
Yeah, the Star Wars. Yeah, that
The Star
that
Wars
is it.
program.
That started with the Star Wars program.
Yeah.
But
some-
we actually have ships that are capable of traveling to other star systems.
Well, you were just talking about the
How much-
progression of technology. It is surprising that we got to the moon. We went there half a dozen times, and then we just stopped. And we never
That's
went back.
because we were told to not go back.
Everywhere else, like the first airplane, within 20 years, we were dropping bombs all over Europe with them in World War One.
Wouldn't that be like the Cuban Missile Crisis? If we're the Solar Wardens, why don't we just get rid of the people on the moon, the closest spot to us? Or are they just...
Do you really want to start a
Yeah,
war
that's- I
with a
was just gonna say,
species
did
that
you wanna-
is capable of wiping us out with one shot?
I guess...
Who said they
but
could wipe us out with one shot?
Yeah, we
Maybe
could
they
take
were just
the-
rude.
How long do you think?
You think
and
French
how
are
far
condescending?
advanced do you think an alien species would be in order to travel from their solar system to our solar
So
system?
you're saying they're not native to the moon? There was
No.
there was aliens hanging from elsewheres, hanging out on the moon, and they asked us to leave. Okay, I thought you meant it was
Why
a
are they
native
hanging
race
out
of
on the
moon
moon?
people.
They claimed it. They put their base there. They claimed it.
I thought it was.
So
There.
why didn't they
You ever hear
kick
of
down
Dark
our
Knight?
American flag?
You know what the
The
Dark,
Dark Knight
is?
satellite.
Yes.
That one. That
Oh, boy.
is supposed to be.
Give a little background for
craft.
the listeners on a Dark
that
Knight.
is-
The
I'm
Dark
familiar with
Knight
the Dark Knight
satellite is
Yeah,
supposed to be
they
a
might not.
craft that
Okay.
was positioned over this Earth, and it's actually over one of the poles, and it's
It rotates
what,
around us.
100,000 years old. I think they
I forget the age of
said
it.
it
but
was supposed to be.
like Copernicus seen it with the first telescope or something. Said, what the fuck's that? Up?
It was. It's actually.
Yeah.
It was actually supposedly documented back in the time of
Jesus.
the Greeks.
A religion class.
No Jesus for you.
Not me. That was him.
I know. I'm
Our movie review is gonna get real messy.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
They actually claim it's a satellite they been watching us for all
that
these
that
years.
it's actually there to watch this planet and the development of mankind. I mean, these are some of these alien creatures or species want to help us.
So we're on Mars, but the aliens aren't.
The aliens are.
They're also on Mars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they're cleaning it for us. The
That,
rover.
that would be awesome. Maybe they heard about us.
Somebody's cleaning it. You can't tell me that.
You heard
all
of the
that
face
stuff-
of Mars,
this
right?
thing was
Yes,
supposed
but
to last
that's
3 months.
atmospheric anomalies, and it doesn't look that way anymore. Only when the light hits it certain ways with certain clouds does it look like that.
It's there.
Well,
See
it's
the
a
pyramids?
thing.
You ever see the pyramids of Mars?
I think
There
I saw
is-
them once on a TV
there-
thing years ago.
I'm not talking about Total Recall.
I mean, one of these, truth
There
fact or
is
fiction type
actual
shows.
pyramids placed in the same positionings as the Great Pyramids of Giza.
Do you think they were
they've showed it.
communicating with the Egyptians?
They've been there for a long time, man.
Maybe they were communicating with the other
That's why-
aliens that
that's
were
why one of my-
on Earth helping the Egyptians.
That's why one of my theories is
Like,
that we
the
are
Kurt
a
Russell
product
movie,
of them.
Stargate.
Stargate.
Pyramids are just Stargates.
We are a product of an alien species.
Well, that goes back to them, like they invented us to mine gold for them.
The Anunnaki.
That's what his theory
Goes
is.
back to the Anunnaki.
Yeah,
I
the
believe that
Anunnaki-
myself.
He's trying to tell me
The
that. one.
Anunnaki supposedly are from the planet Narubu, and Narubu is supposed to be, entering our solar system and destroying.
It's like a
us, I
rogue
guess.
planet or
Yeah,
something.
it's supposed to be a
Sounds
rogue
like
planet.
Star Wars.
But
Rogue
they,
One.
but they came to the planet Earth in order to mine gold because gold is a very highly
Highly
conductive
conductive.
material, and they use it for their technology and to keep their planet livable as it's taking a huge elliptical orbit around our sun. And they came across an indigenous species that is basically us, early man.
Neanderthal.
It could be, could very well be, tying completely in here. And they used parts of their DNA and spliced it with that indigenous species because they found it can be compatible, and created the common modern man. And we evolved from there.
To mine gold for them, like on
Yep,
Battlefield
Yeah.
To
Earth.
be their labor force.
Battlefield Earth.
So you were born in
Yeah,
a
we
laboratory
actually go
in a
back
test
and
tube.
look.
No, our
All the
ancestors
old,
were.
like the Old Testament, what's the one with the Anunnaki in it? Is it Indian? What?
Nothing.
You said a
No, it's
A religious reference.
religious. No,
we're just fucking around.
That's what I'm going with.
well,
Okay.
the Native Americans.
Oh, now I get it. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Sitting right here.
Shoot me, Jesus Christ.
The Native Americans of North America actually have in their storytelling what they call star people, or the star children, and that is supposedly the aliens that have come down and visited them.
There's so
And
many records of
There,
all of that.
and if you look around the world, you got in Egypt, you have in the hieroglyphs, you have the documentations of aliens, and in
like
Incan-
as gods or what?
Yeah.
yes, they
Okay.
worship them as gods. Egypt, the depictions of the elongated heads.
They've also showed
Were they
flying
actually-
saucers in those depictions.
Yeah, they have flying saucers in the depictions too, in some of them. The Incan pyramids and stuff, they actually have what appears to be a man in a suit, a flight suit, like an
Yeah.
astronaut suit, in a rocket ship. Native Americans have depictions in their history of the star children or star people that have come down to visit, and it's around the world that you'll find all this.
Well,
They're
even just
different.
the placements of the pyramids and stuff too.
What's
They've
that?
said that even though like the placements of the pyramids and stuff, they've said
Oh yeah.
celestial. There's no way that I
That
mean
ties
like
in with Orion's
Orion's
belt,
belt.
right,
the way the pyramids are lined.
but that there's no way that they had the technology
Yeah.
back then.
To stack rocks.
Oh, they have technology to stack rocks.
Well, that's the Polish people.
To stack rocks that big, but also
But
to
how
know
did they move 10-ton
exactly how to
rocks?
place them.
With a lot of people.
They said they
You
built
can do a lot
channels.
when you're the
The
pharaoh, when you're a
old-fashioned,
god king.
You know, like the pulleys and
Well, there's a current theory that the Great Gallery was actually there was like pulleys and stuff, and there was this giant mechanism they used to haul the
pivots
bricks
and
halfway up.
yeah, they had like pivots.
I heard that
and-
they built deep trenches and flooded the Nile into them and floated them all the way.
Well, the
A
crazy
lot of
thing
work,
is no
but
one
yeah,
knows.
we could do that.
It'd be easier than trying to
Oh,
lift it.
Supposed to be done in 20 years. They said it only took 20 years to do it.
Yeah. Well, when you become God King and everyone worships you as a living God, let's see what you can get done.
Start this going here. I gotta become king.
There we go.
We ain't gonna have no more headaches.
Ain't gonna have no more. And you make
I
fun
think-
of the way I
think
talk.
that just gave me a headache.
Go to college. I didn't even go to high school.
What'd you find when you looked up Solar Warden? What'd you find?
I
The
got it.
secret space program there.
All right. I was reading it, and then you guys like went off, so I gave up on the story. And
Sorry,
I came
sorry.
back.
Bring it back around.
I'm trying
Okay,
to
yeah,
tie
it's
everything
a
together.
secret space fleet, codenamed Solar Wardens, has been in operation unknown to the public. So,
Since when?
it said 1980, approximately 1980, and that would be Star Wars, right? The
Yep.
program, the program not only operates classified under U.S. government, but also under United Nations authority. So you might be wondering, how do I know this information? Well, do you want to know how he knows, or you?
Yeah, what's the,
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
source?
Okay.
Oh, I know who it was.
Whistleblowers.
Is it dude, the whistleblower guy?
Deep Throat.
No,
Talking about
Snowden.
the one that hacked into NASA's files?
bingo, him.
Snowden?
Yeah.
Snowden.
No, it wasn't
Snowden?
Snowden.
Assange?
Somebody else.
Gary
No, it wasn't
McKinnon.
That's him.
Gary
Yeah.
McKinnon.
This kid hacked into NASA's
Oh,
archive
that's a lot of
files,
balls.
and what he was looking for was
Naked ladies.
pictures of actual UFOs. And what he discovered kind of blew his mind. He discovered
ladies.
they may have been there, but he discovered that our government had that secret program going where we had non-terrestrial
Officers, it
Officers.
says. Yep.
Yeah, non-terrestrial officers.
Fleet-to-fleet transfers in a secret program
Mhm.
called Solar Warden. He was
Awesome.
charged by the Bush Justice Department with having committed the biggest military computer hack of all time and stood to face prison time up to 70 years after extradition from the UK. So this guy, McKinnon is the guy.
I don't think they extradited him.
To date, the extradition
Nope.
of McKinnon
I don't
to the
believe it
U.S.
happened.
has gone nowhere.
Yep.
McKinnon also found out about the ships or craft within the Solar Warden. It is said that there are approximately 8 cigar-shaped motherships. Well, that's Clinton designed them.
That was the Clinton administration.
Each longer than 2
Hitch
football fields end to end, and 43 small scout ships. The Solar Warden's fleet operates under the. Oh, what are you trying to do? Choose the buzzer. I could say Clinton. I'm not discussing politics. I'm saying history.
Well, hell, when you
Mark
mention
touched
Clinton,
your
you can
buzzer.
mention the blowjob.
Yeah, that's what the cigar-shaped ships were for.
Was that after? Was that after or before the blowjob?
That was after the blowjob.
Well, it said Bush era. I assume
couldn't
Bush
get it.
41.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was first Bush.
Oh, it was first. I was thinking second Bush.
Well, no, the second Bush is I
One in the
think-
hand as good as two in the bush.
All right, there are approximately 300 personnel involved. Solar Warden is made up from U.S. aerospace black project contractors, but some with contributions of parts and systems by Canada, United Kingdom, Italy, Austria, Russia, and Australia. It is also said that the program is tested and operated from a secret military bases such as Area 51 in Nevada, USA.
It's not there anymore. That one's just a front to keep people's
All
attention
those-
there.
All those countries you listed are a
The
part
one
of the
that-
British realm. Maybe we're being duped by the Queen of England into building her a fleet of spaceships.
Maybe she's a reptilian.
The there you go. It's a reptilian.
Yep.
No, the instead of Area 51, Area 52, which is in Wyoming now.
It's the missile silos?
Cheyenne.
Or is that a
Mountain.
different place? Oh, Cheyenne. Okay. That's the
That's pretty
NORAD
much all
command.
it's really
NORAD
saying
command.
here.
Wright Patterson.
Right, Patterson. That's
Son
the
of a
one.
bitch,
That's
it's
the
been
one
bugging
outside
me
of.
for an
That's
hour
the
and a
one
half.
outside of New Mexico that I was talking about. Outside of Albuquerque.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yes.
I was gonna
I
leave
just
this
did the
one.
ding sound for you, Fats.
But yeah, and that one is allegedly is a base that houses actual UFOs and aliens species. Supposedly, it's also another theory that we are working hand in hand with several alien species, and that's another reason that our technology has.
Oh, we've talked about this.
went from here to
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be working with the Greys, because the Valiant Thorfaz always talks about
Yep.
the
You know,
Greys are
Valiant
supposed to be the ones that
our dicks.
are going to wind up destroying us.
Okay.
But the other species are the ones that are trying to protect us.
The lizard men.
The reptilians.
Believe it or not, the reptilians are indigenous to this planet.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that.
Oh,
Like
great.
Like they're dinosaurs.
They were the dinosaurs. And they've evolved.
Okay.
You ever
Where
hear
have they
of Valiant
been?
Thor?
Who?
Valiant Thor.
Valiant Thor?
Yeah.
That doesn't ring a bell.
As in the 50s, Eisenhower's president. Now, this supposedly, you can look it all up, or Tom's going to look it up now. But in the 50s, this guy supposedly landed, I don't know, in some southern state.
Okay.
Police department was called, blah, blah. He says, basically, take me to your leader. They take him to the White House. Spaceship's still parked there in whatever, Tennessee or something. I forget where, it might have been North Carolina. They take him to the White House. He spends 3 years there on a VIP pass. Nobody says nothing about this. Right now, they actually have Eisenhower's granddaughter claiming she played with Valiant Thor.
He just looks like a person, right?
Yes. Must be shapeshifter, because he comes from
Reptilians
Venus.
can do that.
He comes
Could be.
from Venus, right? Now,
So
he
does
has
he have a
penis?
penis?
one of the reporters says
No,
to
men
him,
are
Great
females.
minds. Think
Great
alike.
minds think alike, man.
one of the reporters says to him, how do you live on Venus? He said, I never said we live on Venus. We live in it. Okay? So you got the Eisenhower's granddaughter backing up the story and everything. Now, I'm going with this just because my parents lived through this, right? If you ask my dad and my mom, what about Valiant Thor? I don't know. How did he not know nothing? This is in all the newspapers and everything. And then after about a half hour, you see shit clicking in their brain going, yeah, that's right. That they had a guy from outer space. What, they wipe our brains clear or something? That nobody can remember this guy? It's amazing.
It's all that Men in Black shit.
Mm-hmm.
Neuralizer.
I'm gonna need you to look right here, sir.
It's basically, was the movie, They That Were Stood Still.
Okay.
That's what basically is what that movie was from, Valiant Thor Landing. They were gonna cure
Well,
everything for us.
that movie was way before.
Eisenhower said they had the big meeting.
Maybe he's talking about the Keanu Reeves
And
version.
he actually claimed he turned them down. We had already made deals with somebody.
The Greys.
Yeah. It had to be the Greys or something like that.
And yeah,
Valiant Thor was there
we
for
have been
4
warned.
years.
We have been warned over and over to stay the hell away from the Greys.
So we got Greys and we got Lizard Men. What else we got?
Greys are like that.
Well, you've got the Anunnaki, which are the originals.
Anunnaki. Okay.
You have the Nords.
I'm not familiar with the Nords.
They
Right
look
either.
like Nordic people.
Oh, okay.
They're the giants. They stand 7-8 feet tall,
Okay.
and they're blue-eyed, blonde-haired. They're
Does that play
And
into World War
I
II or anything
believe
like that?
I'm trying to remember all of them that I've seen, researched and everything. I believe there are some of them from the Andromeda
Okay.
galaxy.
The nearest galaxy to ours, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's going to crash into our
I-
galaxy, I think.
In a few hundred
Billion, trillion years, yeah. We're doomed.
But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of theories and stuff out there of them all. But yeah, supposedly the lizard people that you keep toting back to, they're supposed to be indigenous to the planet,
Oh, okay.
to our planet.
And going back to the Indians, you were talking about the, who were they, the Incas? No, not the Incas, the Hopi.
The Hopi Indians.
They're the ones that are big with the reptilians and the Star Children, all the Hopis. That's where all the
Mhm.
drawings are and all that shit. In
Well,
caves.
another thing too is, okay, how do you explain the Damascus lines?
Oh, the Nazca lines.
Yeah. the Nazca
It's
lines.
it's that tradition where they just all like move the dust over, because that's all you have to do to make it look white. Is just move the surface layer of red dust off, and it reveals the whiteness. And it's this
No, I mean
tradition.
the fact that these things make shapes of animals, people, and they're only truly visible from the sky.
It's like the pyramids. It's just a bunch of bored people looking to do something.
Why would you do it if you can only see it from above?
You can see you
Yeah.
can see some of them from neighboring
That would
mountains.
be like a waste of time.
It's not
Maybe.
perfectly flat there. There are some mountains, and you can see them from the tops of the mountains. Not as perfectly as you would if you were in a
I don't
helicopter
have
or something.
explanations for none of that stuff. It's just weird to me.
Okay. All right.
Next.
Well, there we go. This was talking about the reptilian bloodline that we could at least be part because the reptilians did select crossbreeding with unsuspecting humans. Passed out chick.
Hey, lost it. At least it
Hey,
bought me a drink.
never know.
Right?
Yeah. For millennia to create desired elite bloodlines that they can use to covertly control the world. The DNA from reptilians has passed down through generations, and some crossbreeds even began life as full-blood humans. At later points in their lives, they're taken away to have their reptilian DNA mixed with their own. They're returned to their normal lives with no memory of it. I don't know what that is. That noise. There's some.
It's your air conditioner kicking
It's just
in.
on fan. It shouldn't be kicking in.
The fan maker.
We
Okay.
can turn it off. It's comfortable enough in here.
Okay, Mark's gonna handle the noise, but diehard reptilian believers offer this as the real explanation behind UFO abductions. So they're sucking the reptilian DNA out.
Not sure.
Okay. Reptilian human hybrids have distinct personality traits as well, such as deep sense of caring about the state of the world. Those who have been taken and changed into reptilian crossbreeds often feel a profound sense of separation that they no longer completely belong to the human race.
See, I kind of want to know what the political Game of Thrones style situation is here. We have the lizard men, we have the Greys, we have the Nords, we have the hybrid lizard men. Who are the people on the moon? Do we know who they are?
The Moonanites.
They're basically
They're the Star Children?
just
Same people.
same people. It's just different species up there.
Okay.
You
So-
got, don't forget the Anunnaki.
And the Anunnaki. Are the Star Children? The Anunnaki and the Star Children are
They
the same thing?
maybe. I'm not
Maybe.
certain
Okay.
on the connection.
Because I want to
there.
know, like, who's, who
And see, the
hates who.
Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are giants too. They're about 8 feet, 9 feet tall.
It just sucks to be human, I guess. Everyone gets to be like 8 foot tall or shapeshifters.
All right, reptilians only let humans think we're in charge.
Oh, like wives.
Well, if they're sucking us up,
Thank you, Molly. I'm glad someone appreciated that.
you want it? There you go, Mark. You get it. You wanted it bad. All right. Through both their telepathic abilities and energies drawn from the moon, they're able to create intricate holographs we humans interpret as reality. Through mind control, the Anunnaki
That's
have
a
always
scary
been
thought.
given the human race our senses of freedom and power. So the Anunnaki are the lizard people?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I suppose it is all theoretically. It's people trying to decode
Yeah.
what could be going on. So they could all be the same.
Reptilians came from both other planets and other dimensions. Anunnaki reptilians. So there's an Anunnaki reptilian, is what this is saying. Traveled to Earth
That's
from
new on me. I haven't seen anything like that.
solar systems, surrounding stars Draco and Zeta Reticuli. They're also capable of travel between different dimensions of space and time. This allows them even further
Like
control
Bigfoot.
over false reality. When the first reptilian master race colonized Earth, they already had technology to create hybrid offspring. See, like you're saying. Reptilians feed on negative human energy?
They must be growing fat right now.
Well, we were just talking about that earlier, how they're always trying to create conflict.
Mm-hmm.
How are they getting all this information?
This is theories.
It's all speculation.
Conspiracy theories.
But how do you
Speculations.
even come up with a theory like that that's so specific?
Well, it could come out of, like, there was that NASA hack. You could see some things. There is dot connecting going on here,
Okay.
but, you know.
Some of this just sounds way too specific unless you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, this person is very confident in
In the
their
That
reptilian
looks like
continues
that looks
strong.
like what's his name out of Enemy Mine.
Oh, yeah.
That movie with Lou Gossett Jr.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have that movie.
Okay.
And Dennis Quaid?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Dennis,
Reptilian?
not Randy.
It was done.
Yeah. Do not confuse the two.
Reptilians are the real founders of every secret society.
Mm,
But
No,
dark
I
secret
think
societies
a
hate
lot of
each
those.
other?
I think a lot of those secret societies were just human greed.
Yeah, just rich white guys being like, how can we hoard even more things?
Yeah, how can
Yeah.
we take over the world?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, knowledge of the reptilians will be their defeat. You think we can defeat them?
America, fuck yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, ultimate
We
goal.
use our own technology against them.
yeah.
Well, like I said, our technology went totally crazy whenever, the crash of
Yeah,
Roswell
well, the
happened.
human race ain't gonna.
But that's great
Defeat
technology. That's
anybody.
not lizard men technology.
Doesn't matter.
Is it all the same?
The technology. Well, it's not all the same, but it, you can fight advanced technology with advanced technology.
What
Through
if
a
the
lot of
Greys
this,
were lizard men shape-shifting into Greys to frame them for an attack?
Oh man.
you've really got to look up Dr.
Dr. Greer?
Greer. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
You got to look him up at some point. You,
All right.
you
I'll
don't
just
have to
put
do
that
it
on-
right now.
I know.
You
I'll
can
just
do
put it on there so it's on my computer
Yeah.
here. It's like Grrrer. That's how you spell it, right?
Oh,
Making some hamster pictures.
All right. Yep. Here it is. Richard Gere.
yeah, Richard here.
All right. We'll save this for another time. I think we're over an hour now, so believe it or not. And we were supposed to be talking about the
think
moon.
So. Yeah, well, we
That's-
started
that's easy
talking
to
about
do.
the
The
moon.
moon. All right. Well, this
But-
will be our.
Talking about the moon, if it was real or not, it just kind of it does lead
Just
into other stuff
Off
because
the
you're
rails. So.
you're
It
going
naturally
into
is
outer
later.
space.
All right. Well, let's wrap this one up and
Sure.
maybe do the movie review. And
Yeah, if you guys are up for that.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay. What do you want me to do there, Mark?
You say a thing, and then I read my sheet, and then you say some more things.
Well, I'm not used to having another podcast here, so we should say thank
yeah.
you to Utterly Insane.
Do you guys
Yep,
have any?
thanks again for having us here.
Do you guys have
Yeah.
a Patreon page or?
No,
anything
we
you
haven't.
wanna
No,
advertise?
we don't
Where,
have that.
where
Far
can
yet.
where can
We're
people
behind
find
you
you?
a bit.
Where can our listeners find you?
Yeah, where can we get you?
They can go and do a search for
Facebook, YouTube,
And Facebook or
we have the
YouTube.
www.themarkandjoeshow.com.
Okay.
And that'll have all the
The
links there.
MarkandJoeShow.com.
The Mark and Joe
it's
Show.
themarkandjoeshow.com.
Okay.
You
Because,
gotta put in the,
Okay.
because we haven't.
it was hard to find a domain
Yeah.
name, so you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we just recently changed it to Utterly Insane.
Utterly Insane.
So the domain name hasn't been changed. It costs a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
But then you'll still own the last one, and you can just, even if they go to the old one, it'll
Yeah, you can redirect them.
redirect
It'll
it right-
redirect. It'll go.
Because
go-
Tom
Haven't
and
got
Alex
that
Universe
far
is
yet.
still active out there.
Yep.
Yeah, we've had 3 domains.
Yeah, we're on our third domain.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our
3
second
cameras.
because we had one for when we were doing the computer
Yep.
stuff.
All right. Well, thank you very much to our sponsor for this wonderful studio, Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty. Mark, you looking to
Yes.
buy a house?
I am always looking to expand my real estate empire.
There you go. Would you ever want to sell real estate on the side?
You mean like flip homes? That would be great.
You could flip homes, or you could just sell.
Or just be
homes.
an agent.
Yeah, get a lead, be an agent.
I could set my own hours.
Well, if you're into that, why don't you call Roy at 414-235-0763 or email him, roy@cbhsr.com. They at Homesale Realty, Coldwell Banker, would love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs.
You have to have a license first, though.
They put you up right through classes. They got the hours listed. He talks
Okay.
about
It's not hard. I'm sorry, realtors. It's not hard to get a real estate license. It's hard to keep it active. My dad had one forever. Every 2 years, you have to go and re-update it to all the new laws. So getting the license isn't the hard part. It's keeping it active is actually the hard part.
all right. And go to our Patreon page. Make sure you go to our website, click on our Amazon Audible link. That's all
support
that's
the
all
show.
I really got to say about
Yeah.
that. Where can they find us now?
We are Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, and you
Oh,
can
just list what it is and all the things that go on.
Just jump right in and interrupt.
I'm a help.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the first time in all these shows that Mark's never interrupted me.
Okay, and you can find us basically insert thing Off the Rails TM. So at Twitter, it's at Off the Rails TM, Facebook.com/Off the Rails TM, Instagram at Off the Rails TM. Our website is offtherailstm.com, and email us with any show advice or if you want to be a guest or anything like that, offtherailstm@gmail.com. Send in all of your questions to Ask Tom Anything 414, and we will read them here on the show.
I have a question.
Yes.
Let me finish my reading, then you can do your question.
Yeah. Why you interrupted him, Dick?
Okay, go ahead.
What's the address?
Oh, yeah, Tom lives